influences his environment in many ways by the activities he undertakes in daily life. Some of these activities are so significant that they last for generations. Others disappear with time, but their memories remain. Whatever the case, one thing is certain, consciously or unconsciously, that man leaves his footprints on the sands of time, which constitute hallmarks for which he is remembered. This is true of those who migrated from different parts of the world in the 18th and 19th centuries and settled on the West African coast of Cameroon. Today, Fakou Division in the Southwest Province. The Yoke River in Muyuka, with its beautiful falls, was the source of the first hydroelectricity plant in southern Cameroon, put in place by the Electricity Corporation of Nigeria, ECN. The corporation later became entirely Cameroonian when power changed hands from the colonial masters. It became the West Cameroon Electricity Corporation, PowerCam. Those who knew PowerCam hailed its services and still have fond memories of the corporation.
PowerCam came about because the Electricity Corporation of Nigeria, which used to run the electricity supply in Victoria, in Cameroon province at the time, they left at independence. They could no longer operate here, and the government of West Cameroon at the time had to get a French electrical engineer from Douala to run the electricity supply system for, actually it was Victoria Division at the time, now called Fakou. So at that time I wasn't even in the country, I was abroad. I was first in Nigeria, 5 years with Shell Oil, then in Trinidad in the West Indies for 2 years. And actually on the day of the plebiscite is the day I was returning to Nigeria from the West Indies. Well, then I came and met the late John Gu Foncha in Mamfe on a visit, and my father was a great friend of his. So when my father introduced me to him and he found that I'm an electrical engineer, Tisibu said, "But what are you doing in Nigeria? Here we have to borrow a Frenchman to run our electricity system. Why don't you come and help us out?" Shell are running what was called West Cameroon Electricity Undertaking. The electricity system in Victoria Division at that time, actually derived electrical energy from the ex-German hydroelectric station at Yoke, about 30 miles out of Victoria. But there were two smaller stations, one at Malale, which is off Nyanja, and then another one called Lueman Falls, which is off Ekona. But we also had a diesel station at Bota here, and all of these were linked by a 30-mile transmission line, which at that time supplied Tico, Victoria. That was the only electricity supply system which existed at the time. In my time, I initiated investigations into extending the electricity supply to other towns
Like,
Kumba, Bamenda, Mamfe. I actually had structures constructed and built, and I was in the planning to get diesel electric generators to place in these places so that they could have an electricity supply. But I did not get to complete these projects before I left PowerCam. At the time I came here, Buea was not supplied. Buea had no public electricity supply. It is I who built the extension, the branch line to go to Buea. The supply was limited to Buea station, but later I extended it into Buea town. And PowerCam, as I ran the system here between 1962 and 1968. After that, I left, and I think PowerCam continued for some time. At the time, it phased out and became a part of Sonel. I was no longer here. As a part of the electricity supply system for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we had investigations for additional electricity supply, hydroelectricity supply scheme at what we call the Menchum Falls near Mbelifang in between Bamenda and Wum. But all the records of for the investigations done by the East Electricity Corporation of Nigeria were there here in PowerCam. I cannot tell you what happened to them after I ceased to be there.
It was commissioned around 1950 by the former ECN, Electricity Corporation of Nigeria, in my presence. We supply electricity to the whole of FACO division, industrial areas and lighting needs. And we carried out isolated supplies on isolated plants in Kumba under the same ECN. PowerCam was operating very smoothly and methodically, and we were using international standards to run the power station. During the days of PowerCam, that's West Cameroon Electricity Corporation. Whenever somebody wanted electricity, he filled a form showing what he wanted to do with electricity if given. And then he will be replied within 7 days on a piece of paper. The papers were duplicated, one of a file and one here. But today, you advance money, say 100,000, 200,000, you want electricity, you may not get it for 6 months or 1 year. Today it's a disgrace. I'm sorry to be living and seeing it. There's a lot of irresponsibility at work. Today you can get electricity action without any notice from industry for about a week. Without any document giving reason or without any notice saying that we shall be operating or taking care of or doing some repairs. Low voltage is caused, one, during peak load by shortage of the amount of electricity, at times caused by insufficient water in the lake. All this is amounting to lack of foresight and technical foresight. If they had drained the sand quarterly, the volume of water will remain the same. But it is now sand plus water. Sand is normally 3/4 water on top. The water is deceiving you. You are only theoretical. You are not practical because you have not done practical drainage of the chamber. The population is not satisfied with the method of supply. The population wants more electricity, quick services. I don't know whether there's a body screen Sonel to do haywire sunshine and bring the spare parts of this thing. If all the spare parts were ordered, I would put back everything in order within 3 months, guaranteed.
Vestiges of PowerCam equipment are still visible, especially in UK, where the plant was installed to generate electricity.
Aye, aye, mama, baby, the kind. Aye, aye, mama.